Grayzone Warfare Winds of War, the PvP focus update is almost finally here. At this point, I've played the last 3 days and for the most part tested and seen a lot of the new features 0.3 offers in the PvP side of things. Just to cover and go over any important information you guys might be curious about. Alright guys, with that being said and out of the way, if you guys do enjoy today's video and find it useful, don't forget to hit that like button and consider hitting that sub button if you guys enjoy some Grayzone Warfare or other FPS content as we're trying to push for 10,000 subs in 2025. For those that don't know, Winds of War is a 0.3 update of Grayzone Warfare where they're pivoting from the vision they originally had to more of the community feedback vision of the game. PvP is now the name of the game with Grayzone Warfare and this update, with the main new feature being the COP system. The command outposts that are now littered across the map are going to change the entire pace of the game. I spent the last 3 days fighting over cops all over the map, checking out the new POIs and new landscapes, and I gotta say the map feels much more alive now more than ever, and no matter what people might think about it being too clustered or something like that, new POIs and overall liveliness in the map is a really good thing. For those that don't know, the COP system is split into 2 tiers. Major COPs signified by 3 dots in the middle are major points littered across the map, with about 4 to 5 AI soldiers defending them. These points can be retaken by clearing out AI and PMCs at these locations, then interacting with the laptop and retaking it, immediately spawning in some friendly AIs and allowing friendly PMCs to respawn at that point that now has been taken over. The smaller cops are more common and only have 2 or 3 AI defending them and are much smaller / minor locations, but the system is still the same. Kill the AI, kill remaining PMCs, interact with the laptop, and the cop is yours. This was the majority of the game loop I spent the last 3 days really playing. I want to preface this though by saying everyone that partook in the preview playtest of Winds of War had leveled up, weapons plus max traders unlocked, and a bunch of money to try out the PvP systems. There was no questing or grinding. The whole idea is that you wanted content creators to show off the new PvP system and test it out and give some feedback on it. I did that along with my plenty fair share testing for you guys to better understand the system and show it off for you guys. My grievances though with the system are pretty straightforward, and I expect it to get better over time with plenty of these changes going forward and fixing it and tweaking it. So take everything I say here as constructive criticism for Madfinger Games along with the development of Grayzone Warfare. The ability to immediately respawn at the closest cop to where you were killed with no cooldown is a huge oversight that needs to be tweaked really quickly. It allows for instant respawns and penalizes opposing factions from trying to take those cops, as they can just fight an endless horde of knife-wielding PMCs, which trust me is not fun. The cop system does not allow you to pick which cop to spawn at. You either spawn at the closest friendly cop near you or back at the main base, which is a really good idea for the game. But you should also have that cop placed into a lockdown state when it is under attack, preventing the repetitive game loop of respawning and griefing attacking PMCs from taking over that cop. I also don't know how this is going to play out when the game loop is more fleshed out, of players completing quests and focusing on different objectives besides just the capture and defend game loop, which is what the preview kind of wanted to show off. The cop system though is going to be wonderful when out in the field and questing and you end up catching 1 or 2 many bullets and need to respawn. You can actually use these cops to respawn much closer, now being able to complete your objectives much quicker and much more efficiently. The way I see it now is that the most efficient way to do things is fly into an LZ, capturing the closest cop to your POI where your quests are at. Then, just in case you die, you can respawn and go back and complete those objectives or quests you need to do. For most quests now, you'll be able to also complete them out in the field, allowing you to stay out without having to return back to base so often. The only time you'll need to, as been mentioned, is if you need to return an item that you picked up out in the field to turn in and complete those quests. You can tell they definitely want to focus on this, as I only returned to the base less than 5 times in my 3 days of playing. You'll find your game loop will feel a little different than what you're used to, and I'm excited to see how that plays out for so many of you. Madfinger wanted PvP to be easier to find and quicker engagements all around the map. To that end, it's an overwhelming success. For PvP fiends like myself, you will easily find other players and things happening as well all over the map. Contested zones now pop up as little red circles on the map, which telling you where PMCs are engaging, which is going to be much easier to go find combat with that in hand plus faction chat. So if you're trying to chase down other players and PvP, this update is going to feel a lot smoother to be able to do that and accomplish that. I definitely think this leans towards more of endgame systems, and I definitely want to see how it plays out with the full update out in everybody's hands. The system can always be better, but the overall first major step in the Grayzone Warfare PvP overhaul to make the game less linear and more sandbox. This now gives the players the ability to offer more playstyles and overall do more things if they want to chase down PvP, chase down completing and retaking some cops around the map, or overall just questing. It offers more to the table with Grayzone Warfare. Curious still your thoughts down below, guys. How do we feel about the cop system going forward, and what are everyone's takeaways from the system? Is it a good change to focus on bringing PvP to the forefront? We shall see. There are, of course, loads of new things as well that I haven't mentioned, including new POIs, new guns, new quests, all of which I will be covering, so don't miss out on any of that exciting stuff by clicking that sub button, guys. Make sure you guys stay tuned here, as I'll be covering a lot of Grayzone Warfare going forward. I want to emphasize this as well, as the new POIs are actually wonderful. The fact that the map has more liveliness around it with more unique elements in the world of Lemang cannot be understated. Seeing structures, buildings I've never seen in parts of the map I never expected to see them is so cool now, and trust me, you guys are going to love this. It makes the map much more immersive. Overall, this just adds more immersion to the world of Lemang and Grayzone Warfare, and that is just a really good change and no downsides really to it. Additionally, once we see the server count get upped as well per faction, that it will feel even more alive is going to be super exciting. For right now, they're going to be sticking with a 16 player count for each faction, so a total of going to be 48 players on the map at any given point. The map is built for massive open world combat all around it, and it can work really good once optimizations are nailed and servers are upped in player counts. And this is a really big one I want to mention. AI also really felt tweaked down. I didn't die to AI once in my 3 days of playing, and that is saying something. We know Gray Zone Warfare launched with the most Terminator AI we've ever witnessed, but they have worked hard on making necessary changes and updates to tackle player complaints, and to that end, they did a really good job of doing that. The AI still feels like a threat, but gives you time to react and take them down now, while also penalizing you if you miss those shots. PvP, though, is the heart of this update, and once the player base gets hold, we'll see how the landscape changes and how many people approach situations differently and how it will impact the flow of the game and progression. I am super excited for you guys to get your hands on it and give your guys feedback on what Gray Zone Warfare can do with this PvP update, as I think it's a major step in the right direction. For those that are here for a release date of Winds of War, I don't have one for you guys yet, but what I can tell you is Twitch drops begin on May 22nd. So I expect the drops to be tied to the release date, but we'll wait and see for official word from Gray Zone for a launch date, so stay tuned for that. On the note of Twitch drops and supportive streamer, I know that a lot of you guys watching from my live streams are covering Gray Zone Warfare, so let me provide some wonderful good news for you guys looking to get some juicy rewards. First off, let me mention, Twitch drops will consist of both consumables and apparel for in-game use. Some of these rewards from drops includes weapon, gear, medkits, repair kits, or other fun consumables to help you in your journey in Winds of War. The apparel rewards is a whole new set of clothing, including gloves, trousers, boots, uniforms, and glasses, and apparel rewards will not be wiped with future updates as they are account bound. Now, you may be wondering how long and how to acquire said drops. So from May 22nd to June 14th on my Twitch channel, we'll be running 24/7 drops. I'll be grinding on there as well to be one of the first, if not the first, to reach max traders and offer the most information gained from all my time in Lemang in this new update. Also, for those that watch on YouTube, I'll have my YouTube stream up as well if you still prefer to watch on here but want to reap the rewards on Twitch as well. Additionally, on top of all that fun stuff, because you're going to be getting the basic Twitch drops rewards, my Twitch channel will also have access to some exclusive drops. So that means double the drops, guys. Will have even better gear for you guys to redeem. So that incentivizes you to just watch. Additionally to that, it gives you some more juicy rewards. On top of the standard drops, you're getting some additional exclusive drops. So that's 2 times the rewards, guys. On top of all the Twitch drops and rewards from that, we'll also have the supporter streamer, which will be running from May 22nd to June 14th as well. If you want to also support me directly by subscribing on Twitch, you will also receive even more rewards in exchange for tier 1 subs or gifted subs. So if you want those extra juicy rewards and want to support me directly, come drop a sub or gift a sub to the community for even more fun, even more rewards that will automatically be redeemed in Gray Zone Warfare for you. Tied to this as well, I'll also have some fun sub goals to help us push and reach some exciting new stuff and make sure you guys get some return for your value with those subs. If you guys have any questions on any of the drops or supporter streamer portion, let me know down below or join my Discord or even DM me directly. I will be on the lookout for any messages. Alright guys, that sums up my pre-hype, pre-launch review of what to expect with Gray Zone Warfare Winds of War, but trust me, there is way more content coming hot and fast, so stay tuned right here with a sub to the channel, guys. Again, guys, if you guys enjoyed today's video, a like would be wonderful. If not, a dislike is understandable. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you guys out there in Lemang soon enough. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace and love as always. Bye.